Hello folks, and welcome back to Return of the Rovers. So, I thought we'd start as promised with transfers, because we are at the start of the second season. That's season 2016-2017, if you can't see that little bit there, or see the date here, or generally all of that stuff. So, let's start with the outs. Adrian Colunga. He's Spanish. Why am I doing that? Adrian Colunga went to Sheffield United for 100k, which isn't bad considering I got him on a free last season and he played exactly 5 games for me. Hey, I'll take that. The rest were sort of me clearing out all of the crap. They're all contracts that were expiring. So Lee Williamson, who's about 900 years old, on £8 a week. Delfonso wouldn't go anyway, so I just released him. The rest, yeah, all generally youth players that were never going to make the grade, or I weren't willing to renew the contract to take a chance on them to see if they were going to get any better. They weren't going to get the game time under my management. Under my management. Sounds funny. The only one maybe I would have liked to have kept would have been Craig Conway, but he wanted too much, and for someone who is aging and whilst got some important goals and putting some really good performances for me last season, he wasn't worth the 17 grand he wanted. So onto the fun stuff, and that is the transfers in. A really active window considering we had lost a lot of players, and this is the first sort of summer window we've had to rebuild, and the first time really we've had access to people whose contracts were expiring. And I really abused the free market, because although I'm now out of the transfer embargo, I still have very little money, and I hate running at a loss and running into debt and everything like that. And ultimately I don't really want to have the financial fair play thing against me again because of how hard it is when you can't sign anyone. So start from the top. Yori came in from Real Sociedad on a free. I don't need to say on a free every time. On a really low wage for someone who's actually a really solid championship left back. He actually played for Spurs. Didn't know that. You learn something every day. Every day's a school day, everyone. Andrea Schiavoni. Now, in the games I've played so far in the league and also throughout pre-season, this guy looks amazing. And from Juve, he's 23, Italian, got an under-21s cap. Yeah, he's a good deep line playmaker. I tend to play him in the centre of the park, just not on defend. Don't be silly. As a central midfielder support. Determination lets him down, but everything else he's got, he is a playmaker. Saying really good vision sounds like they need glasses or don't need glasses. Diego Llorente, who we got in from Castilla, which is that Real Madrid C team or B team? We've established it's now their B team. Well done. He was one more for the future, to be honest, and I bought him for his versatility. He can play both as a centre half and as a right back. So although I bought him primarily for a right back because I lost Ryan Namby last season and I needed someone to cover for Adam Henley when he gets injured on international duty. Fucking Chris Coleman. Ben Watson needed some experience. We've got a number of young players, so I bought him in on a free from Watford. I'm not ridiculous wage either. Really good all-round stats. I don't like signing older players, but I was originally going to play him as a deep line forward to play up front with Jordan Rhodes, but in the games I tried it in, it just did not work. So instead, I play him as sort of an attacking midfielder. That seems to be working okay. Rob Hall, a namesake, although when you look at his picture, realise we're not related. Someone with a decent amount of pace to stretch the opposition on the left-hand side. Signing from Bolton, which I was surprised actually. There was no backlash. He's only 22, so there's still room for improvement. And I trusted my scouts on that. Not earning a huge amount, and he's a rotation option, so he's not expecting to play every single week. So why not? Kenneth McEvoy. People may remember when Gareth Bale went to Real Madrid, people were saying that he'd never left. And that is because Kenneth McEvoy looks a lot like Gareth Bale, even though he's a lot shorter. Signed him on a free, although he got released from Spurs. Again, another option for the left-hand side because I had nothing else after Craig Conway had gone. So we've got 2 options. This guy's played really well for me, actually, despite his stats not looking amazing, to be honest. He's had some really good performances so far. He's a hot prospect, so he's not expecting to play every week. and he's 21. So again, another player who's got room for improvement. This is what I tend to do. I tend to sign young players in the hope that they'll improve, rather than signing old has-beens that want ridiculous amounts of money. So moving on to Lionel Cole. This is he's another very similar sort of player, although on the right-hand side again, a bit older at 23, but still has decent potential. Former United trainee. Ola Aina, signed from Chelsea really, but look at that pace and acceleration. That's insane. His technical attributes leave a lot to be desired at the moment, but he's only 19 and he's on no money at all, and he can play anywhere across the back four. Patrick Bamford on loan from Chelsea. I needed someone to back up Jordan Rhodes if he's injured, or for something slightly different. Now they are actually really similar players, and both players sort of advance forward as their best position according to the game. Because of that extra pace, it means he can beat the last man before getting to the ball, which Rhodes tends to struggle with. If I'm chasing a game or want to get on goal late and I've started Rhodes, bringing this guy on, it gives the opposition defenders something different to think about and can stretch them a bit more. And he's had actually a really good start. He's got 2 goals in 3, although both of those were in the game against Leeds that I've just played. Ivy from Sevilla on loan. Again, another backup player who I think he's really the backup to Bamford almost, but he can play in a number of positions. So he provides more cover in the attacking midfield position or on the left hand side as well if I need it, and he's got the stats to back that up. I'm not actually paying for his wages at all. I'm not paying a loan fee, so he's a free player. Soja Moya, who was he released by? He was released by someone. Real Oviedo, that's it. I signed him as a backup to Jason Steele and David Raya. Now me and Jason Steele actually had a bit of a falling out. He was another player who wanted to go, and so I just haven't played him since. He's gone out and now he's injured, which I didn't know. Thank you for that. Oh, Corcon, what a name. Oh, another one of the... So, Antonio Catan, another sort of backup option, but with potential to improve. At 21, he could be amazing. He might not be. Who knows? I think, where was he at? Oh, this is another Sevilla player, so raided Sevilla a little bit. And last but not least, we've got Alex Kawamia. Maybe he's related to Chris... Maybe he's Chris Kawamia's son. For those of you who don't know 90s football, Chris Kawamia played for Ipswich, scored a shitload of goals, and then moved to Arsenal, and then scored never again. Oh no, Andy Kawamia. Chris Kawamia is probably his uncle then. What does Chris Kawamia... That's what Chris Kawamia looks like. Who's Andy Kawamia? Oh wow. He did not get the looks, says me. But yeah, this guy is insanely fast. Another one from Chelsea. I'm going to end the episode here because... No, I'm not. That's a lie. So that's who we've brought in. This is the important stuff now. How the fuck are we going to play these? Hang on, this isn't the right tactic. Nice one. Well done. You absolute hero. Oh, where the pissing arse has it gone? Hold on, folks. Hold on. So this is the tactic that I've opted for. Now, yes, asymmetric formation. Why the fuck not? Well, or why the fuck should I do that? My best player was Ben Marshall. I need to get the best out of him. He plays best in the attacking midfield position. I also need to get support to Jordan Rhodes because he doesn't have much pace and can't dribble past players like anything. So I need to support him with an attacking midfielder. I tried last season with the 4-1-2-2-1 with the wide wingers, but it didn't really provide the support to Rhodes that I needed. So I figured this season I'll change it up. Now I've got some players, or I'm able to sign players in positions the way I want to play. Pre-season's gone well. It looked amazing in pre-season, and it really does cover the pitch well. Looking at the analysis and the heat maps, in fact, I'm going to bring a heat map up. Holy shit, heat map, wrong season, nice one. I'll bring up a real heat map rather than the ones where I'm like bouncing teams in the friendly. Although look at that, oof, Danny Graham nicking one, cheeky. So if we just look at this as the first game I played in this formation, you say performance-wise, it's actually not too bad. And just look at the... Oh, wow. It's like a Christmas tree. Oh, topical. So we've actually got a half-decent... there's bits of blue everywhere. Obviously, ignore those for the corners. But that, I'm actually really pleased with how much of the pitch we're covering. I think the goalkeeper's taking a shit there. If we just look at the average positions, we're getting the support to Rhodes, which is exactly what I wanted. Or Bamford in that case. In fact, no. Hang on a minute. What's going on here? Okay. It's because I substituted Bamford and then changed his role. The attacking midfielder, despite being further up the pitch, actually drops back into midfield when we don't have the ball. So I don't lose any solid, and it actually looks really similar to a 4-1-4-1. So before I finish this episode, I just want to show you this absolutely incredible goal that Jason Lowe scored, because it was ridiculous. From a corner, sprays it out to Lowe, and then Lowe from 30 yards, bam. Fucking ridiculous. 3D. It's got to be 3D. Why is it in 2D? Why is this in 2D? What are you playing at? So Marshall with a corner out. Then Watson just knocks it back to Marshall, who just spots Jason Lowe just sitting there at the edge of the area, and then, oh hi, bam. And then he just is like jigs off, doing a little jig, partying on. Do. Right, okay, what a point to leave the episode on. I thought everyone obviously really wants to see a live comm against Fulham. I said I was going to do a live comm in this episode, but we've gone on for far too long. In fact, the next episode, double live comm. Why the fuck not? If you've liked what you watched, then tickle that like button for me. Do all the usual subscribe on YouTube and follow on Twitter. I've been Matt. You've been great. I'm doing that thing again. Stop it. I've been Matt. You've been great. Thanks for watching.